everybody, welcome back. We are continuing our dishes to the decades and we are on the 1960s. So this evening I have another favorite recipe for you from that time era. What was really popular to serve with dinner at steakhouses during the 1960s was the wedge salad. It was a cold salad that had a really cool and refreshing homemade dressing with it. So what you need for this recipe is, just as it sounds, it's a wedge salad. So we need the head of iceberg lettuce, and then we're going to be making our homemade dressing with it, and it's going to take some Greek yogurt, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of mayonnaise, some milk, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to make the dressing. And excuse me one moment, sorry folks, it's saying I have a low battery here. Let me plug us in as we continue on. And then what we'll need also are the great toppings that made it oh so famous. Is some of that crumbled blue cheese, cherry tomatoes, a little cooked bacon, and chive. I'm using dill this evening because it's what I have left over for you from this morning. So in order to make the wedge salad, first we're going to take our head of iceberg lettuce. I took the core out already, which is centerpiece in the bottom, and I'm going to cut this into fours. So one head of lettuce would make 4 salads for your dinner party. So we're going to cut it in half and then in half again, and you can take the outside leaf off as well. Sometimes after washing you'll want to do that. This has been washed and setting out to dry. So then you're going to have a wedge piece left over, and they set it on the plate just like so. Next, what you're going to want to do is make this homemade dressing for the wedge salad. So we'll set our salad aside as we get ready to mix up the delicious dressing that goes on this oh so refreshing cold wedge salad. So we're going to take 1/4 cup of our Greek yogurt and add that in. Greek yogurt is a great base to many dressings, salad dressings out there. So we're going to add 1/4 cup of the Greek yogurt, and then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of sour cream. So we're going to get that, scoop that right into the bowl with the Greek yogurt. So we'll get 3 tablespoons of that. And then we're going to add a little mayonnaise as well, which we're going to use 1 tablespoon of the mayonnaise. They used mayonnaise a lot in dressings back in the 60s and 70s. So we're going to take a little bit of mayonnaise, a tablespoon, add that to our dressing mixture as well. So we're going to combine those 3 ingredients to get started, which is the Greek yogurt, the sour cream, and the mayonnaise. And then we'll add about 3 tablespoons of milk to this to thin it out. Again, we want to be able to drizzle this dressing over our wedge salad. So I'm going to use my same measuring spoon. It's all dairy, so it's all going to the same bowl. 3 tablespoons of milk for our dressing. And then we will stir that in. Let me set that down out of the way. Be careful, you want to stir gently because you don't want to splash this all around because it's really going to thin it out using that milk. So once we add all those ingredients, we're going to add a dash of our Worcestershire sauce inside to give it a little bit of a zing. And then we're also, if you want, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And we'll add a dash of the Worcestershire. And let me get out my vinegar. They say you can use a white wine or apple cider. I have a delicious apple cider vinegar I always keep on hand. Let me find my open one. I guess I don't have an open one. So we'll be adding 2 tablespoons to this. We always want to add that bit of tang to our dressings. That's what salad dressings are known for. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the vinegar to the dressing as well. And then we're going to mix it all together. And then all that's left is to put together this delicious wedge salad that was oh so famous in the 1960s. This made a huge comeback in the recent years here. It became really popular in new food fusion recipes. I noticed that over the last 10 years you see it on surfacing on a lot of menus, especially at steakhouses, just like when it was popular back in the 60s. All right, so that's a basis for our dressing, and that's all mixed up. You can add some salt and pepper to taste if you want. And we're gonna set that aside. We are gonna bring our wedge of a salad back out. And then on your wedge salad, what you'll want to add is, it's traditionally served with some diced cherry tomato. And this is a salad you want to create individually. It's not gonna take much time. You can have all your toppings prepared if you want ahead of time, just so you can dress your salads as you plate them up. But again, this is something you will put together on individual plates as you're ready to serve. So we're gonna put some cherry tomatoes on our wedge salad. We're also going to chop up some bacon, and that will go on the salad as well. And then you also place some of that chive. I don't have any fresh chive today, so I have some delicious dill that will go delicious with this just as well as a chive will, with a nice herb on there. You also want to, let me get my spoon out, sprinkle on what made this wedge salad so famous is the crumbled blue cheese. It's a favorite in the 60s. Blue cheese is a strong cheese, so either it seems to be you're a fan of it or you're not. It does have a stronger taste and smell than your standard cheeses, but it goes delicious on a salad like this. What you're gonna wanna do finally is take some of that homemade dressing you have and drizzle it over the top, and you are ready to serve the infamous wedge salad from the 1960s. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try. They are super delicious, super popular still today, and super easy and tasty to make. So if you're looking to try it at home, I'll share the recipe in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you for the 70s tomorrow.